Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick peek outside our weather window from this afternoon, and it felt like one of those winter days around north central Washington. This shot taken from a rondo looking back down the Columbia River there's Turtle Rock in the far part of your picture there. And it was one of those days with just a lot of low-hanging clouds, a lot of humidity, and that made it feel awfully chilly out there. And as we make our way into tonight and especially into Tuesday morning, it could be kind of a slippery commute. Just enough moisture in the air, and with these low-hanging clouds, could create a little bit of freezing drizzle, maybe, or flurries, and that could cause some slippery roads tomorrow morning and sidewalks as you head out in the morning, so be careful of that. And then just downright snow as we get into our Wednesday forecast, especially that area that's within that dotted circle around Spokane, maybe up to a foot of snow there. Also, if you're traveling on 90 by Ritzville, a little bit of snow. But as you come west, Wenatchee, Moses Lake, about 1 to 2 inches of snow. And we'll tell you more about that storm system coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The body of an unidentified man was found in the Wenatchee River by a group of walkers near Monitor yesterday afternoon. A 27-year-old Everett man wanted on felony domestic violence charges was arrested after a high-speed chase that started late Christmas Eve in Everett and ended early Christmas morning east of Leavenworth. And 2 men are now under arrest for last Wednesday's fatal shooting in a Wenatchee apartment. But first, we begin tonight. A Wenatchee Valley man is in the hospital after being shot late Saturday night in Leavenworth. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says that the victim was with a group of friends in several cars in the parking lot of the DOT headquarters along Highway 2 when he was shot in his right side by an unknown assailant from an unknown direction while sitting in a parked car. While the victim was being transported to Central Washington Hospital, the car that authorities believe the victim was in followed the ambulance on Highway 2 until it was stopped by police near the Pinnacles Park area. Police discovered a bullet hole in the car and subsequently impounded that vehicle. The sheriff's office believes the victim was targeted by the gunman. He's in serious condition. The name of the victim, the gunman, and a possible motive are not known at this time. Well, the body of an unidentified man was found in the Wenatchee River by a group of walkers near Monitor yesterday afternoon. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office reports that around 3:30, a group walking in the day use area of Monitor County Park noticed a flock of large birds feeding on an object laying on a rock bar in the middle of the river. Upon closer inspection, the walkers discovered it was a human body and then called Rivercom. The body of the man was brought to shore and examined. A full autopsy is expected. The man does not fit the description of any current missing persons here in Chelan County. A 27-year-old Everett man wanted on felony domestic violence charges was arrested after a high-speed chase that started late Christmas Eve in Everett and ended early Christmas morning east of Leavenworth. Vasquez Flores reportedly fled from pursuing Snohomish County deputies before making his way to Highway 2 and then heading east over Stevens Pass. Chelan County deputies reported spotting Flores's 2016 Toyota Camry about 11:53 p.m. traveling through Tumwater Canyon at more than 100 miles per hour. Deputies gave chase as the suspect raced through Leavenworth. A deputy performed a pit maneuver on the Camry between Leavenworth and Peshastin, with the suspect then fleeing on foot before being quickly caught. At the request of the Chelan County Sheriff's Office, the North Central Washington Special Investigation Unit is investigating use of force by the deputies, including the pit maneuver. Wenatchee Police Captain Brian Chance of the investigative unit said Flores was treated at Cascade Medical Center for minor injuries, including a hand injury he sustained in the domestic violence incident. He then was booked into the Snohomish County Jail for assault, first-degree domestic violence, and felony harassment. Well, 2 men are now under arrest for last Wednesday's fatal shooting in a Wenatchee apartment. 47-year-old Shane Earl Hagan of Wenatchee and 25-year-old Brendan Kane Ripper of East Wenatchee were booked into the Chelan County Jail over the weekend. Hagan, after treatment for a bullet wound to his leg. 36-year-old Jesus Manuel Garcia of Yakima was shot to death in that incident. It happened about 3:20 p.m. Wednesday in the 600 block of Idaho Street. Hagan was hospitalized in police custody until he was released to jail Saturday afternoon. He allegedly claimed to have shot himself accidentally while target shooting. Police say Ripper turned himself in on Sunday. The motives behind the gunfire remain under investigation. Police say they're seeking charges against Ripper and Hagan of second-degree murder. Well, coming up next, Chelan County Commissioners are expected to vote tomorrow on an ordinance that could change the way short-term vacation rentals are regulated in the county. Governor Jay Inslee said yesterday that the state would provide about 94,000 Washingtonians a one-time boost in their unemployment benefits after a delay in a massive federal coronavirus bill. And Wenatchee Boy Scout Troop 7 is once again holding their Christmas tree recycling community service project, and I'll tell you more about that. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee believes a clean home is a happy home. Mary Maids provides holiday cleaning services to cheer about. Don't let the seasonal cleaning ruin the festive fun. Mary Maids can simplify your life at a great value. It's never too soon to start planning a holiday-perfect home. Mary Maids of Wenatchee happily offers a worry-free guarantee. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Call Mary Maids today. Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Welcome back. In another news, Chelan County Commissioners are expected to vote tomorrow on an ordinance that could change the way short-term vacation rentals are regulated in the county. A lottery system, restrictions on waterfront operation, and limits on the number of guests allowed are all under consideration. Commissioners have debated for years how to make and enforce rules on that industry. There's currently a moratorium on new rentals of less than 1 month leasing in the county. About 400 people participated in an online public hearing about the proposals last week. Meanwhile, Governor Jay Inslee said Sunday that the state would provide about 94,000 Washingtonians a one-time boost in their unemployment benefits after a delay in a massive federal coronavirus bill left a 1-week gap in those assistance checks. Inslee said he authorized the $54 million expenditure after President Trump delayed signing the $900 billion coronavirus relief bill, which adds $300 a week to unemployment checks. Trump signed the bill Sunday night after insisting that $600 stimulus payments to Americans be increased to $2,000. Trump said he has received a commitment from the Senate to consider the $2,000 payments. House Leader Nancy Pelosi said Democrats support increasing those payments. Well, as beautiful as it may be, that Christmas tree needs to be evicted from the home at some point, and Wenatchee Boy Scout Troop 7 will be happy to take it off your hands. The troop is holding their Christmas tree recycling community service project January 2nd and the 9th at the Stamilt Organic Recycling Center, and that's located at 1465 South Wenatchee Avenue. People can drop off their trees from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on those days. It's a free service, but donations are accepted for scouting activities and scholarships. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Hi, I'm Shauna Pringle, and I'm the Assistant Regional Long-Term Care Ombudsman here at Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington. The Ombuds program serves individuals residing in long-term care. We are resident rights advocates for folks living in nursing homes, assisted living facilities, and adult family homes. Our region serves Adams, Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, and Okanogan counties. We are always free and confidential. Due to COVID, many freedoms have been restricted to protect the vulnerable from infection. Mandates and policies are ever changing. These are challenging times for all, but especially those residents living in isolation from family and friends. To understand more about resident rights, compassionate care visits, essential support visitors, please contact the regional program by dialing 509-886-0700. Ask for the Long-Term Care Ombuds.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Washington gets a new top health official in the midst of the pandemic. Dr. Umer Shah, former Director of Public Health for Harris County, Texas, took on the job last week as Secretary of Health. Shah replaces Dr. John Weisman. In tonight's feature story, among his first decisions, Shah must also decide who will replace the long-serving Dr. Kathy Lofi as the state's Chief Health Officer.
I've hit the ground running. I met with Governor Inslee yesterday and his team, and they are fantastic in welcoming me here in Washington and also remaining focused on, obviously, the news of the day and what has been on everybody's mind, which is COVID-19. In addition to that, I had the privilege to meet many in person, but many not in person, virtually, of our Washington Department of Health staff. And I just want to give an incredible amount of kudos to them for the incredible work that they have provided all these years under the leadership of outgoing Secretary John Weisman, as well as this year with this pandemic. And I know this has been tough on everybody in public health, particularly at the state and local levels, but also at the federal and global levels. Dr. Lofi, after so many years of dedicated service to the residents of the state of Washington and the Department of Health, had her last day yesterday, and she is going to be missed. Both Secretary Weisman and Dr. Lofi are two big shoes to fill for someone like me. And so what I want to really do is take some time to really be able to understand better how things have been working, what are the roles and responsibilities, and how we can work through those together. Dr. Lindquist, and also recently We brought on Dr. Lutz, Bob Lutz, who was previously in Spokane, are helping with sharing some of the physician and medical responsibilities along with me. But at the same time, again, big shoes to fill with Dr. Lofi's departure, and we're going to work through that. But we have a little bit of time to do that, but it's going to take us some time to really work through that together.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. I hope you had a great Christmas. We had a white one. We promised it, and it did come through. That was nice. And then not a bad weekend, a little bit cool, and not too bad for post-Christmas weekend. But now we're looking ahead to New Year's, and we'll get to that in a second. First, let's head outside for this afternoon and take a look at our Sky-Fi tower camera. This time it's in Arundel looking back. Here's Turtle Rock right here, and a lot of those low-hanging clouds, especially this morning. They did lift a little bit this afternoon, but then another weak storm system is moving through, and that kept that cloudiness around us today. High temperatures, really not bad though. Pretty seasonal, really. 35 unofficially, 31 is where we should be for this time of year. 30 was our overnight low, and that was well above our normal of 22 degrees. Record high 52, that was set back in 2011. Talk about a cold overnight low. 16 below, one of the coldest records we have here in Wenatchee, and that was in 1968. We did pick up a trace of precipitation overnight. You probably noticed that, just a little bit of flurry on the sidewalks out there. Precipitation now to date, 5.89 inches. Sunrise 7:48 this morning, set this afternoon at 4:18. Let's take a look and see how your Tuesday shapes up as we round out this 2020, and aren't you glad? Almost end of December, and tomorrow a lot like today, except maybe even a little bit cooler. We're going to see plenty of clouds, temperatures maybe lower 30s for Moses Lake and Ephrata, and then a whole bunch of 30s around our map, including Wenatchee, Leavenworth, also Chelan, and up in Omak for your afternoon tomorrow. Let's take a look now at that surface loop and show you what we can expect, especially as we get into Wednesday. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, some patchy fog could develop. This is mainly right here, so around the Spokane area, maybe into Coeur d'Alene. It could come as far west as Wenatchee, but I think it mainly will stay east. And then for Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies. And here is our next weather maker spinning out in the Pacific. That'll bring us a 60% chance for snow, and that's tomorrow late in the day. It could be even mixed with a little bit of drizzle in the afternoon and into our evening hours. And then here we go, an all-day snow event it looks to be on Wednesday with cloudy skies and 80% chance of snow, about 1 to 2 inches possible here in the Wenatchee area. A little bit more as you move east. For New Year's Eve then on Thursday, mostly cloudy skies, quiet out there for Thursday with slightly warmer temperatures too. We'll jump up from 30 degrees to about 35 or so on New Year's Eve. As we transition, well, that's quite a transition into New Year's Day. Cloudy skies, we will see a 50% chance for, I think, a rain-snow mix on New Year's Day. And here you see it, almost all of Washington State inundated with some kind of wintry mix out there. As for Saturday, mostly cloudy skies, a 50% chance for rain and snow. A little bit of wind will pick up. You can see these isobars are tightly packed, but we will see temperatures on Saturday well into the 40s in many locations. I think we'll hit it too. Sunday, mostly cloudy, and once again, a 50% chance for a wintry mix on Sunday. It will remain unseasonably warm on Sunday as well, with Tri-Cities possibly around 50 degrees on Sunday. Not quite that here, but we'll be awfully warm for this time of year. And that will end our 7-day forecast period with all that warmth and a little bit of rain-snow mix. 7-day forecast now, 24 overnight tonight, 30 tomorrow, a 60% chance for mainly late-day sprinkles out there, but then more than sprinkles on Wednesday. We'll see a good chance for snow, 1 to 2 inches possible, and then just kind of a rainy and snowy period from Thursday right through Sunday. Of course, New Year's Day on Friday, mostly cloudy and 34, but this weekend we jump all the way up into the low 40s. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
When a community comes together and gives together, we can do great things.
Giving on a more of a community scale where we can pool resources.
They're more effective.
It takes a team
to make something big happen.
You know people that are working towards that goal with you.
It amplifies your ability to have an impact.
A lot of people giving a small amount can make a huge change.
It's a great thing for the community.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. Hope you had a good Christmas. Boy, a nice Christmas present for Seahawks fans. Seattle's the NFC West champions after a hard-fought 20-9 win over the Rams Sunday at Lumen Field. Seattle's defense was the story of the day, keeping Los Angeles out of the end zone and holding the Rams to just 3 field goals. Seahawks coach Pete Carroll was beaming about the team win.
It was a really good win for us. I think Russ continued to, put us in the right spots. No turnovers on offense today. That makes the difference, all the difference in the world in a championship setting. We were committed to trying to get the running game going. It wasn't as good as we'd like, but it still was there, and we played off of it and gave us the balance that we wanted. And so what happened as we got through halftime, the situations presented themselves, and there was, never a more heroic opportunity than down there on the goal line. It's on the 2, first down, and the guys did not let it happen. And you've seen these, the heart of our players in earlier times this season in moments come through, and they did it again. The goal line stand was a famous one I'll never forget, just because it was so hard, and so the ball was on the 1-inch line or whatever, and they did not let it happen. That coupled with the offense, a couple drives later, answering and getting the touchdown that we needed, separated in the second half, gave us the points that we needed. The huge play to David Moore today was kind of just turned things. Russ got out, hit him. Russ got out again. I think hit Carlos on a first down conversion, and then Russ runs one in for that touchdown. That was really, really big. The whole sequence was, and that was a really cool game. And so I say it again, I hate saying it, I keep coming back to it. I wish our fans would have been here. I hope you all had a great time at home. I hope you were hooting and hollering, going crazy. We love you, and we wish we could have shared it with you today. But I'm sure you had fun. You had to have fun anyway, so that's a good part. So we love all the 12s, and we wish we could have had you here with us today.
Carroll mentioned that goal line stand, which came with just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Trailing 13-6, Los Angeles had 4 plays inside the Seattle 5-yard line and couldn't score. KJ Wright said it was a special set of downs for the Seahawks defense.
The ball's on the 1-yard line. I wasn't blitzing. I just knew that it's time to just take my shot. I just had to take my shot, and, you could just, I wish I could feel it. You could just feel like they're not about to get in the end zone. Our mentality was they're not about to get in the end zone, and just, the old saying, give us a blade of grass. Just give us a blade of grass to defend, and guys were just taking their shots. Diggs was coming off the edge, and that felt really good. To get a goal line stand like that in a moment like this, that felt really good, and I'm just glad that I could be out there and be a part of it with the guys.
Russell Wilson was able to run for a touchdown and throw for another to help Seattle seal the deal, but he says it was that goal line stand that made the difference.
I think that was huge for us to be able to have a huge stop. I think we were up 13-6 at the time, I believe it was. And our defense, Joel Maul makes a tremendous play. He's been playing all lights out all year, running the guy down. And then next thing you know, I think it was 4 consecutive plays in a row just to be able to stop them like that, and our defense to play that well. To be honest with you, go back to earlier in the year, they had some of those key stops. We weren't playing it as great, across the board in terms of that whole, early in the season, but we always had these key stops. So now how great our defense has been playing, it's been so great to watch. It's like one of those things that when you get down there, they're going to make a great play. And sure enough, those guys made several great plays. And I think we got the ball out on that one that I think somebody knocked it out, and we challenged it, but I think we got the ball. But, so it was just tremendous, and that was a huge momentum getter. Everybody was just so fired up. We were all fired up, and we're all shouting on the sidelines, and just all ecstatic, on offense and defense. And just so it was a big play, a big drive, and we came up big there.
The Rams had won 5 straight against Seattle prior to Sunday's win. Free safety Quandre Diggs says it was great to make a defensive statement, but they still have work to do.
I think it's been awesome. I think this is the plan that we had at the beginning of the year when we started those Zoom meetings and we started training camp. This is what we dreamed about, going out there, holding teams to 9 points. Really good offenses, division opponent on a championship day. Heck, we did it. This is what we dreamed about, and we put it into motion. And I think we just got to keep this thing going.
Seattle sacked Jared Goff 3 times in the game, but the big play came on a pressure play from Jaron Reed when Goff broke his thumb following through on a pass where his hand hit Reed's helmet. Goff was ineffective from there on out as Seattle won the NFC West for the first time since 2016. For Jamal Adams, it is his first division championship as a professional. He couldn't hide his enthusiasm after the game on Sunday.
God is good. God is good. I don't want to be too happy because I don't want people to say, he's dramatic or he hasn't been there before. You damn right I haven't been there before. So, damn it, it feels good. It feels great. Golly, we came out victorious, and, man, what a hard-fought battle. A lot of respect goes to, L.A. and what they do. A lot of respect to them. But, man, it feels damn good. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to enjoy my cigar. God bless you guys. I hope all of you guys have a wonderful day because, we're champions. Keep it playing at all times. God bless y'all.
That was KJ Wright in the background laughing, by the way. Offensively, Seattle compiled 292 yards on offense, 95 on the ground, 225 through the air. Russell Wilson had 1 touchdown rushing and another passing. Next up for the Seahawks is a road game to finish the regular season in Arizona Sunday. On Sunday Night Football against the 49ers, that game will kick off at 5:25. We'll take a look at the Les Schwab scoreboard for the rest of the NFC West Sunday. Third-string quarterback C.J. Beathard threw 3 touchdown passes to lead the depleted San Francisco 49ers to a 21-12 win over the Arizona Cardinals. Jeff Wilson also rushed for 183 yards as the Niners handed the Cardinals a serious blow to their playoff chances. Speaking of which, here's what the playoff picture looks like as of today in the NFC. Green Bay's number 1 and would have a bye. New Orleans number 2, Seattle the 3 seed, Washington number 4. The only way Seattle could earn the number 1 seed in the NFC is to beat San Francisco and have the Packers lose to the Bears and Saints fall to the Carolina Panthers. Arizona, Dallas, and the Giants still have a shot. The Cardinals need to beat the Rams to get in. Dallas needs to beat the Giants and have Washington lose to Philadelphia to win the NFC East. The Giants could get in if they beat the Cowboys and Washington loses. Well, turning to the Les Schwab College basketball scoreboard, Gonzaga men improved to 7-0 Saturday with a 98-75 win over Virginia. Corey Kispert scored a career-high 32 points and tied a school record with 9 three-pointers to lead the number 1 Zags past the number 16 Cavaliers. Drew Timme also had a career-high with 29 points and led the Bulldogs with 8 rebounds. Gonzaga returns to the McCarthy Athletic Center tonight to host Northern Arizona. That game broadcast on Root Sports. Gonzaga women begin West Coast Conference play today on the road. Lady Bulldogs will tip it up with Loyola Marymount tonight. Gonzaga is ranked number 23 in the nation, off to a 5-2 start. The Lions are 1-4 so far this season. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with our friend Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. I don't know what to tell you about tomorrow's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley because today, well, here's the deal. My regular producer, Megan, who's my partner in crime, she's taking some time off, some well-deserved time off. So Malcolm is my fill-in producer for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Today, this Monday, is Malcolm's 21st birthday. So for tomorrow morning's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, I just hope to be on the air, and I'll be happy with that. Grant, back to you.
Dan, thank you. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
You don't want to see this happen. It's the oil light on your car. Oil is the lube of life for your car's engine. At Alignment Pros and Express Lube, they pour the best oil your car deserves. Expect fast, friendly, superior service in a clean environment. They'll change your oil and perform a 21-point inspection while you enjoy the comfort of their amazing waiting room. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.